Hello friends, you are welcome to my YouTube channel Literary Pop. I am Seema Chaudhary and I have dedicated this channel to create content on English literature and language. It will provide you very easy methods and techniques to learn English language and literature. In this video, we shall learn about elements of short story. But before this, we need to know about the meaning of short story. What is a short story? The short story is a work of prose fiction that has fully developed theme but is shorter than an elaborate novel. It is short in length, includes a few characters with single setting which is meant for reading in single sitting. This is the most popular form of reading and writing in modern age literature. It has 2000 to 6000 words and 10 to 25 pages. Though short stories are not limited up to this word limit only, there may be a short story with 10,000 words. After understanding the meaning of short story, here in this slide we will get to know about elements of short story. There are 5 elements which make a story: setting, character, conflict, plot and theme. The first element of short story is setting. The setting of a short story is the time and place in which it happens. You could use descriptions of landscape, scenery, buildings, seasons or weather to provide a strong sense of setting. So first one is place. Place like in the forest, under the bridge, by the beach, at church, in the market. Next is time. So time, it may be New Year, on Christmas, during summer, on his birthday, last March. And next is environment. Under this, weather conditions, sunny, rainy, stormy, etc. Social conditions, speech, dress, mannerism, customs, mood or atmosphere, bright and cheerful and dark and frightening. Second element is character. So let's understand character. A character is a person or animal that portrays in the story. They perform actions and say dialogue to move the story along. There are 6 types of characters: protagonist, antagonist, static, dynamic, round, and flat. Now we are going to explain all these characters. Protagonist is the good character. He is often opposed, exploited, or victimized. Antagonist is the bad character. He caused problems and sufferings to other characters. Static is the character who does not change. He is constantly bad or good from the beginning up to the end of the story. In the novel Great Expectation, Pip's brother-in-law Joe is a good example of a static character. From the start, Joe is kind, caring, and generous. This never changes about him, no matter how Pip treats him. Dynamic is the character who changes, who transforms from being good to bad. Harry Potter, Sherlock Holmes, and Hamlet are few good examples of dynamic characters. Round is a character that is hard to describe and predict. He has many qualities and emotions. Hamlet is a round character because he shows a range of emotions and changes his mind, just like a real person. Flat is a character who is easy to describe and predict. He possesses and displays few traits. Benvolio from Romeo and Juliet is the wonderful example. Next element is conflict. Conflict is the problem which the main characters need to solve. It can be categorized into 2, which are internal and external. Internal conflict, it is when a character struggles with their own opposing desires or beliefs. It happens within them and it drives their development as a character. Man versus himself, it comes under internal conflict. A person is struggling because of himself. Hamlet is the wonderful example. Hamlet wrestles with the moral integrity of avenging his father's murder. His indecision and procrastination are central to the story. External conflict. a struggle with the force outside one's self. External conflict is divided in four parts for better understanding. First one is man versus man. The leading character struggles with his physical strength against other men, forces of nature or animals. Example, in the Harry Potter series, Harry Potter and Lord Voldemort represents a classic man versus man conflict. Next is man versus nature. A character is struggling because of unexpected events in the environment. The Old Man and the Sea by Ernest Hemingway. In this tale, an aging fisherman facing poverty struggles to pull in a huge marlin that could turn around his luck. As the old man comes into conflict with the nature, not only the marlin but sharks and storms, he must make peace with his past and a possible death at sea. Man versus society. A man is struggling because of the beliefs, practices, customs, and rules of the society. Shakespeare's Romeo and Juliet, he presents the theme of conflict through two warring families, the Montagues and the Capulets. The two families have been taught to hate each other, and this hatred impacts on the family members and the citizens of Verona. Man versus fate or supernatural. The leading character against fate or the circumstances of life facing him or her. Oedipus Rex is the most famous example of man versus fate conflict. The play centers around a prophecy that Oedipus will kill his father and marry his mother. In order to prevent this from happening, a shepherd takes the infant Oedipus far away, where another family adopts him. Plot is the next element. Plot is the list and sequence of events in the story. It has 5 parts. We can understand it through the pyramid of plot. First step of this pyramid is exposition. In other way, this is setting. Second is rising action. Third is climax. Fourth is falling action. Fifth is resolution or ending. Exposition, it provides information about the character and the setting. Rising action, it introduces and develops conflict or the main problem faced by the character. Climax, at this point, it shows the highest point of interest, suspense, and turning point of the story. Falling action, it shows how the character solved the problem. Resolution or ending, it shows how things end up in the story. Next point is theme, which is the last element. The theme in a fiction is its controlling idea or its central insight. It is the author's underlying meaning or main idea that he is trying. The theme may be the author's thought about a topic or view of human nature. The title of the short story usually points to what the writer is saying, and he may use various figures of speech to emphasize his theme, such as symbol, allusion, simile, metaphor, hyperbole, or irony. Some examples of common themes from literature, TV, and films are: things are not always as they appear to be, love is blind, believe in yourself, people are afraid of change, don't judge a book by its cover. Thank you for watching. Please like, share and subscribe this channel for more videos.